Hi, everyone, and welcome back to We're Spiraling Again. I'm Claire.
And I'm Amber.
What are we spiraling about today?
So today we thought we would talk about things that we don't quite understand.
Of which there are many.
Oh, yeah. And like anything, like concepts, material objects, just like anything that we don't understand. So do you want to kick us off or would you like me to kick us off?
Yeah, why not? At the top of my, not the top of my list, but this is a conversation that I feel like we were just like sitting on the bed. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I just kind of roll things around in my head. Just random concepts that feel like they should be self-explanatory, but also feel like insane to me. And one of those is how babies are actually formed. And I know that what you might be thinking about that. I understand the biological process of which needs to occur for a fetus to be formed, but it doesn't make sense to me that it's just an egg and a little sperm, and then that makes us.
And then they're like growing legs.
What do you like?
And
what do you mean?
Little tiny little baby microscopic sized organs. Well, not microscopic, you can see them, but
like a sperm and an egg meet one day, and they decide we're just gonna grow some eyeballs.
No, literally.
Like they just meet. They just form. They become one, and then that is a baby.
But like, how do they how is everything built?
Yes. There's okay.
Also, I apologize. It's early in the morning when we're filming this, so I have to clear my throat a little bit. I'm so sorry.
She's got some phlegm.
I'll get away from the mic, but it's like 7:30 a.m. right now. So.
We cannot promise consistency.
Oh no, we are promising consistency. Sometime Monday through Friday. Or you mean in our voices?
No.
In our
I mean
in
in
our
the quality. In the quality
of
our recordings.
I don't promise that. No.
Like of how we sound.
Yeah, we both probably sound a little bit. Well, me more. We haven't spoken very much this morning, so I think our voices are a little bit.
Well, because last
rusty.
time we recorded, it was kind of a late night vibe, and now we're doing it in the morning. Maybe we should aim for like an afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, because like at night, I feel like our voices are tired because we've been talking all day, and in the morning, our voices haven't woken up yet, so we just sound a little bit crusty. But
yeah, maybe we'll spiral about that at some point.
Crazy.
The quality of our voices and how they change.
Yeah, and how they're like, this is what I sound like in the morning.
Okay, actually though, speaking of voices, something else that I'm constantly spiraling about is like language and how we speak. Does that ever seem crazy to you? That like our languages, they all, well, not all of them, but like, is it the Romance languages that stem from Latin, Greek? Like they all, you know, how they're all similar? Guys,
Latin?
We don't know a lot. But like our languages that we speak, they all come from somewhere. But like then the somewhere that they came from, who made that up? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry.
Like it doesn't make sense.
No,
to
like
me.
language as a whole, or just like how we communicate in general, just and how it's evolved over time, that really gets me.
Like
because it's insane.
We started with like the Neanderthal caveman era, where they like were just like grunting. And then from there, words.
No, I know.
It doesn't make
and then
sense.
How we decide, like the fact that like everything in like society is like someone named at some point.
Yes.
Like nothing, like somebody named the planets. Like somebody named Earth. It's not like it was just named that.
The brain named itself.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like the fact that somebody at some point in time has had to name everything.
Yeah.
And like somebody named science.
It's like,
science.
Okay. So Akilah and the Bee, incredible film.
Great movie.
Like actually like wears that's Oscar. Like first of all, like Lawrence Fishburne, Kiki Palmer, Angela Bassett, like just award-winning performances. That's besides the point. In the movie, Mr. Lawrence Fishburne is telling Kiki Palmer, Aquila, like trying to teach her how to spell like the big words essentially. And
Yeah.
he's like, if you know like the etymology, I believe is the correct term,
Mhm.
of words, like you'll be able to spell anything essentially, because like a lot of our words, the big words, they come like there are smaller words in
Right.
them, or like what is it, like they're like this, like the prefix of the word that
Mhm.
all like comes from Greek or Latin or whatever. And I don't know. I wasn't a speller, okay? I had a large vocabulary as a child because I like to read a lot, but spelling,
No, I was like
never been my strong
I was the
suit.
kid who had my like notebook inside my backpack unzipped a little bit facing up during the vocabulary test. I wasn't a speller either.
You were just like,
And
maybe
I would
no
just
one
like
will see
I would
this.
like glance down at it. I never got caught.
Well,
What are you
listen,
gonna do?
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah, and my parents still think I've never cheated.
Well,
I'm like, well,
is it cheating or is it like sharing resources?
yeah, it's like using my resources to my advantage. Like I took these notes to spell these words. Why would I not use those notes?
Also, like, I do understand the benefits of knowing how to spell,
Mm-hmm.
but like, if no one's got you, Grammarly's got you.
Yeah, I'm like
Spell
knowing how to
check.
spell, but like we're always gonna have a way to check our spelling
Yeah,
in like the real world.
that's what I'm saying.
But all right, I don't know if you still want to talk about that, but I have something kind of similar to that.
Oh no,
on my
please,
list.
please
Okay.
go ahead.
This is kind of similar to language,
Okay.
remotely, but basically, I don't understand dogs that learn how to use buttons to talk. But like, okay,
Is that real?
I think it is, because I'm not just talking about the dogs that like can like they have one button and it's like outside or whatever,
Right.
or they have like a couple buttons and there's like one by the back door, so obviously that one means like I
Mhm.
need to go outside. But there was one video I saw where she was like, I think I showed you where
Was that Bunny?
no, it wasn't Bunny. I think
Okay.
it was someone else. Someone else, another dog.
If you guys don't know who Bunny the dog is, please go on TikTok and look up Bunny the dog and her buttons, and you let me know if that's real.
No, okay, because there was one video I saw where I was like, I don't think that like humans are interfering with this process, because there were two humans in the video, and it was like her mom and her dad, like the dogs, mom and dad. And she basically was like being kind of bratty to the dad using the buttons, but then was like being like,
I do
"Thank you,
remember that
mommy.
one.
Thanks," like and being like really nice to the mom. And it was like, how does she know the difference in like these buttons have like a negative connotation, or like aren't nice, and these buttons are like, "Oh, thank you so much, I appreciate you."
Well, I don't understand how they know what the buttons mean at all.
No, well, no, literally.
Like,
Because sometimes they'll be like, they'll literally press like 6 different buttons in a row. It's like, want to go on walk. And I'm like, no, no chance, dude. Literally. But like,
even the ones that just go like, walk now, walk
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
How have you taught them what each
And
button
sometimes they'll
means?
do like walk now. And then if they're like getting really desperate, they'll add like want. So it's like want, walk now, want, walk now. And it's like, how do you know to add things to make sentences?
It has to be fake.
I don't think it is.
But I can understand how you could train your dog to like understand that like they'll get a treat if they press a button.
Mm-hmm.
And like they'll start to learn like button equals treat essentially.
Right,
But
right.
I don't know
Or like
how
button equals out or something.
right. You could kind of create that like understanding of like, okay, if I do this, if I press this button, this thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand how you could make like, how are they supposed to know that a button means a word?
What does that sound? Oh, one of our cats is using the litter box right outside our
I
door.
thought they were scratching outside the door.
No.
Like a dog. No, you're right.
I think Ollie, she's our biggest cat. I think she's digging in the litter box to use it.
She's
it's
our
banging
she's
against
our
the door.
youngest cat, but she is our biggest.
She's a big chunk, is that girl.
We think she's part Maine Coon, so that makes sense.
But also, what I was going to say was I don't know a lot about dog training, but from the little bit that I've learned, it's like the idea that you're not supposed to use like a lot of words in succession because they like don't understand that. So like just like keep them simple. Like so just be like sit,
Keep it simple, stupid.
speak, walk,
That was an
treat.
Office reference.
So like I think that's what it is. Like you're not supposed to be like, please sit down. Like you're just supposed to be like sit. Like you're supposed to keep things very like
Okay.
concise. And so I don't understand how these dogs are making sentences because it's like it would be one thing, and I feel like I wouldn't even be that shocked if they had like different buttons that meant like walk, treat, food.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they're like stringing the words together, I feel like is what's getting me. Like how are they
Yeah.
making sentences that make sense?
I feel like pigs could do that.
oh
pigs
because they're basically as
Very
intelligent as humans.
intelligent creatures. Might even be more intelligent.
Than
I
dogs,
don't
I think
know.
they are.
No, then
Than humans.
then
Probably than a vast majority of humans.
yeah.
A good percentage.
No, that is something that I hadn't considered. Like, I didn't think that the buttons were real just because it just seemed like almost like fantastical.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I failed to consider like the reality of what that means if it is real.
Right.
Like they're basically like stringing together full sentences
Yeah.
of like what they want to do.
Right.
And with attitude, apparently.
Right. Yeah. They're like dramatic about it. And it's like, who are you? You know?
That's crazy.
I also have another one that I kind of want to piggyback off of your how like
I feel
how
like I'm
babies.
back in college again with that statement.
What?
Can I just piggyback off of
Sorry. Me and the discussion board. I really liked what you said about that.
if I could just play devil's advocate for
Just-
1 second.
I'm not like it's not against what you said. It's just to add to one thing
No,
you
of
said.
course. Go for it.
How you were talking about how babies are formed.
Yes.
I kind of wanted to add. This is like a two-parter. One part of it is kind of in relation to that. So I basically said like how our parents had lives before us and we were once babies, but not just that we were babies, but the idea how toddlers grow.
Yeah.
Like if you have toddlers in your life, the way that they grow so fast and like it's kind of scary because aren't we born? Okay, we're born with something the same size that it will ever be. Our ears.
The fact that I was about to say our head
I almost said
with
that too.
confidence, thank God our head does not stay the same
Yeah,
size.
there's a big head. This on a baby, I would have been falling over all the time. But
Our
like the fact
ears?
that I think our ears
No
don't
way.
ever grow
From when?
because think about how people
No. From when do they not ever grow? From birth?
childhood. I don't know.
I think my
I think
ears
at
are a
some-
little bit bigger than when I was a baby.
I think at some age
Okay.
in like childhood years, your ears reach their full potential. Because think about how people talk about how kids grow into their ears. I think it's because their ears
Not
are
always.
not growing, but their head is. Please, I think it's basically because like your head is growing, but your ears are staying the same size.
Okay.
I think, but the fact that we were little, like we were babies,
Yeah.
like we were toddlers, like we were like, and then like I was saying how our parents had lives before us. That's always crazy. I feel like we think about that, or like that our siblings were alive and we weren't alive yet.
Yeah.
And
Well,
what were they doing before me?
I wonder if it's just like human nature to like think it's crazy that the world existed before we did, just because
Yeah.
like our existence wasn't a thing. So
And I
it's
feel like that sounds so
what?
like like I don't know the word, absorbed or like involved to
maybe.
be like, how did the world exist when I wasn't alive, when I wasn't in it? But it's like I just
I know.
like,
I think
can't
it's just
fathom
wrapping
it.
your head around it, like the fact that we like you're just created,
Right,
and then suddenly you exist on this planet
right,
with all of these other people, and then there are people, tons and tons of people that existed and had full lives that then they finished their lives before we were even here.
right.
So
And then like we're gonna finish our lives and our like nieces and nephews, like kids are gonna be like living on, and they would have like never met us, but like they're still related to us. And then it's like there's gonna be people hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years from now that are related to us.
maybe
And well, That's true.
The way things are going now,
Assuming the Earth
who's
lasts
to
that
say?
long, assuming society exists for that much longer.
And there's an argument as to should it.
Well,
That's a
tea,
conversation too.
tea. But I don't understand kids like baby teeth. I don't know why that just came to my mind. Like the fact that
Yeah.
you're born with all of your teeth, but they're just up inside your mouth, like in your gums, shoved up there.
Okay, but that's another thing, which is why I don't understand the concept of how humans exist. Like the sperm and the egg just fuse, and then that makes teeth.
And then they just start making a blob.
That
and then
makes
that blob starts developing.
yes, and it makes teeth, and it makes eyes and eyebrows,
Like, no, I don't understand at all.
and like a butt,
Right.
and like the colon, organs.
Yeah, like it's making like a little baby heart. Oh.
Like I don't know how more things don't go wrong.
Oh no.
Like I actually
literally.
think it's kind of insane the amount of like perfectly healthy babies are born
Right.
with like nothing really wrong with them.
Right. Because like there's
It
like
just seems like a
there's-
lot of things could go wrong in
there's
that
like
process.
there's like 5 trillion chances for something to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like you're doing so much.
Like
I can't imagine.
what? It also is crazy to me that what is it? That like IVF is a thing. Just the idea that like
they can like mix them and
Yeah.
then they're like and then it's like an embryo, but like they made an embryo like in a petri dish.
like again, I know that this is all science, but at a certain point it's like it's kind of like magic.
I think you're just
too.
gonna learn from this video that we don't understand how science works.
No, I understand the science of it, but it still doesn't make sense to me. Like science sometimes also seems fantastical to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it I think I literally wrote in my notes for this episode, I said, it makes me understand why people look to religion and the idea that a higher power created everything, because it's literally easier to wrap your head around.
Oh, 100%.
Because it just, when you think of like the universe and how it was created, right? We're going into the big picture, big questions here.
Well, I literally have space in general and how it's like infinite in my notes.
But like how did
space get there?
yeah
First
like
of all,
how did our universe, well, because like we're in the
Milky Way
the
galaxy.
Milky Way galaxy, but there are other galaxies,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of other galaxies.
Yeah.
How is it, where
Like, and
Where
we don't
did they
know how
come
many
from?
there are. There could be like infinite amount of galaxies because space is infinite.
but have they just always been?
Well, our galaxy hasn't always been, right? It was created.
By what?
Some sort of event that
Guys,
happened in
it's
space.
magic.
Like some sort of what's the word?
You can call it God, you can call it the Big Bang. I think it's magic.
It's just crazy. But-
Nothing else makes sense because there was nothing and then there was something.
Well, so I
guess.
was kind of like looking into this last night because I was like, how is space infinite? Like, what does that even mean? And people were basically saying like it's infinite in the sense that like
How do they know?
maybe they know more about science than us.
Well,
It's infinite in the
was it like
sense that like
someone who like works at NASA?
yeah, it's probably someone who's
Okay.
like studied this at all.
Yeah. Then they would know.
And the idea that like how like I'm like, okay, there could be other planets out there that are like Earth in other galaxies, but I always I always forget the fact that like space, like it's like time travel in the sense of like light years. So like even if there was another planet like Earth in another galaxy, it's not like we would ever be able to like visit them because they could be hundreds of years ahead of us. Like by the time, if we were to leave here, by the time we got to
Yeah.
their planet, we would be dead because they'd be like hundreds and hundreds of years in the past or the future because of the way that light years work. So basically
Yeah.
people were saying it's infinite in the sense that like because of like by the time you would get out to anywhere, it's like everything would die because of time, because of like time doesn't work the same way. I mean, now I feel like I'm sounding like I'm talking about like parallel universes and time travel, like time space string theory or whatever.
I think, a homework assignment for our viewers and our listeners, watch the movie Arrival with Miss
God.
Amy Adams.
Love that movie.
Because that concept of how time is non-linear
I think we should do a whole episode though.
on Arrival, or
Well, we can do it on Arrival, but I was on Arrival. It's
A
just
review.
a movie review. No, on the idea that time isn't linear. Because I
That
find that it's
would be a
insanely
conversation.
fascinating. I think it's just so, because we've talked about like the idea that like maybe like paranormal experiences have things to do with time not being linear.
Mhm.
Like there's just a lot of things.
Or the idea of like
Like
there
deja
being
vu.
like just like an infinite amount of timelines.
Right. And we're like, we're like hopping between them and don't know.
You know,
Like-
and listen, you may be listening to this and think, well, that's like,
That's a bunch of hubba bubba.
yeah, that's just, that's a bunch of hullabaloo. That's crazy pants talk. But like, think about it, right? It's actually not so crazy.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Us existing as we are right now is crazy.
Right.
So us just talking about potential reasons for why things are the way they are,
Yeah.
it's not so crazy.
Yeah, no, I think we should do a whole episode on this because I think it's so interesting and we could do more research and come to you guys with things.
Yeah. We like
With
to just
information.
come with like a lot of just shit that's
I like to
rolling
come
around
with
in
like a
our
lot of
head.
half, like me, like half knowing what I'm like being like, I think I saw this somewhere.
Yeah. Half-baked thoughts.
Yeah.
Half-baked
That's why I'm like, oh
theories,
yeah, I read when I was looking at this
half-baked
space
kind
thing.
of Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, yum.
You know, I love Ben and Jerry's.
All right. I don't know if you.
Well, my tummy doesn't because I'm lactose intolerant.
they have
but
non-dairy ones.
yeah,
They're not as good.
they don't hit the same. But I think it's because little sidebar here. It's because a lot of the non-dairy milks lack that creamy
Creaminess,
essence
yeah.
to them, and it's because so many non-dairy things are just water. And
Yeah, it's true.
I'll
They're
just-
like, that's why
I'll leave it there.
sometimes when you make like a latte with almond milk, you're like, ooh, this is really watery.
It's really watery.
Like oat milk is better because oats are a lot creamier. Like when you use them, like I mean, like oatmeal, but like water, like almonds are mainly just water.
And don't suggest coconut milk. I beg of you.
Oh, I know it's so creamy, guys, but I can't.
It-
but we don't like coconut.
Well, it overpowers like everything.
You're like, oh my god, I love this pint of coconut ice
like
cream.
coconut is just.
Coconut with things in it.
Listen, she has her time. She has her place. She's a very, very
Ooh,
distinct
like in like
flavor.
sweet rice or like mango sticky rice.
There you
Ooh,
go.
coconut has her place.
There you go. Okay, I'm not trying to diss her. Okay, but not in my ice cream. The fact that one of the things on this list I have here just says, "Is it science or magic?" That
I think we just covered that for
The-
most of the episode.
no, but like that really just sums up how I feel. Honest to God, like
And we just think it's magic because like obviously there's a lot of like everything, obviously not everything about science is known. Like we're
Right.
constantly discovering stuff, but there is a lot more known than what we know.
Amber had to explain to me at one point that it was that theories don't mean that it's been proven, or theories.
No, like
It was-
scientific theories have been proven.
No, but it was
But like
it was,
you
it
can't
was-
call things like
excuse
facts.
me. Yes, you can't call things facts like,
Because you have to call everything, like even gravity's a theory, and so some people who don't understand how science works will be like, oh, that means like if it's something's a scientific theory, then that means like it means like the layman's way of defining theory,
Right.
which is like I think this, but it's like no, scientific theories have to be proven over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and get the same results for them to be called theories, but they have to be called theories because there's always a chance that it could be disproven. So like
Yeah.
we obviously know that gravity exists, obviously, but like we can't say gravity is a fact because something could come along to be like, well, actually this idea of what you have in your theory of how gravity works, whatever, could technically be wrong and I can prove it. And it's like if somebody can prove otherwise, then it's like
that would be so sad.
if gravity was proven false,
Well, that, but just like you had worked so hard,
your
to,
whole
like,
life's work was a theory.
yeah, to
and
like
someone came along and
prove
said,
your theory,
Incorrect.
and then someone
Chat
just-
GPT came along and said, wait, I think I can disprove this.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like if you worked really hard to like set a record,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone comes along and breaks it. That would be so sad.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I feel like because scientists are all just such big nerds, I feel like they get really butthurt about it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, you came along and just decided to like disprove my life's work.
I feel like I would have nothing to live for.
Well,
or maybe then the rest of your life would be dedicated to trying to disprove the disprovement.
but then also what happens when it's like after you're gone?
Yeah, it's like, what if you like die a week later, someone disproves your theory?
That would
That'd be so sad.
they'd have to like change your tombstone. Like
Alright.
almost proved string theory, but didn't. I don't even know what string theory is.
It's
Yo-yos.
yeah, it's like has something to do with time, I think. Not yo-yos. I don't know why I started that with yeah. Like yeah.
You're like,
I'm like, yeah,
maybe.
something with time, maybe, I think, though.
all right. Oh, this is actually literally the topic that got us started on this episode in general. What do you mean you can take a picture?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because
Hey, stay with us here. Stay with us
no,
here.
stay with us because listen. Okay, because I saw them talking about this in the Basement Yard podcast, and they tried. Frankie was saying,
Shout out Joe and Frankie.
"Oh my god, I love Joe and Frankie." Frankie was saying like, "Oh, like cameras or videos," and then Aunt and Joe were like, "Oh no, but that's like a physical thing that makes more sense," than telephones, right?
Those boys.
But it's like no, it doesn't. Like the idea that you can just be like, "Chick," and then on and like obviously this was all happening before like phones. Like this has been happening for like decades, so it's like. We're going back. The fact that
has it not been happening for centuries?
Pictures?
Taking pictures.
When did they start? In like the 20s or something? Did they take pictures before that?
Okay. The first
when
pictures.
They stopped doing portraits.
Listen, the first pictures that I know of was like the guy with the machine, and he had like the big cloth thing.
Oh yeah, I
and
guess
then there was that big flash and like the really big.
I feel like this is something that I should actually fact check while we're live, just so that I can.
We're gonna look it up live because we just like to talk about things.
But if you want to talk a little more about cameras,
but yeah, we like to talk about things and like we think we know them. And if you were there for our intro episode, then you remember us thinking that we knew any music that came out in 2016.
Okay,
and it turns out we didn't. But
yeah, it was like. The first permanent photograph of a camera image was 1826.
Okay.
So 2 centuries. Holy moly.
Yeah.
But like the fact that you can just be like, click, and then that like moment exists and like just physically continues to exist even if you move.
Yeah.
How did it capture that? Like how am I in that photo?
Like how is a piece of our lives frozen in time?
Because like being able to see somebody through a camera, like the fact that we can see ourselves right now, right? Like that's not weird because like it's like, oh yeah, like the lens is looking at us. But the fact that when I stop this video, I can watch it back and we're doing the same things that we're doing now.
Because how mirrors work is like
don't even get me started on mirrors.
Is like light bouncing off something, reflection, something.
Yeah, but again, it's like I understand the concept of mirrors.
No. But I'm saying, and then is that same idea? Was that same practice applied to cameras?
I don't know. I don't understand how it's almost like we're being like drawn, like we're being
live sketched,
literally. But that's what I'm saying. Like, how is it like copying? Like, I don't. Okay, this almost gave me the chills because it gave me like Uncanny Valley vibes. But like, how do we look exactly how we look in cameras? I feel like we would look kind of off.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, the same way that like, okay, it's like the idea that I'm getting ready to leave the house. I look one way in a mirror. Okay, you take a picture of me at wherever I am going. I don't look the same as I looked in the mirror when I left the house. I usually look worse. Okay. Or I look really bad in the mirror on the way out and I look better in the picture.
Okay, that's crazy. So I've heard people say that the reason that you look better in the mirror is because it's like the way that your brain is perceiving your face and because you're reversed, like your face is reversed. But it's like,
do you do that on Zoom? Do you mirror the camera?
I don't use Zoom enough to do that.
Oh, I have
I probably
to.
would.
Otherwise, I will go and do psychosis if I see myself unmirrored, which is probably what everyone else sees. And if that's the case, yikes.
But I don't understand how they're like, oh, well, like it looks different because in the mirror you're perceiving yourself like differently. But it's like when I'm looking at a picture, I'm also perceiving myself Is it not being filtered through my brain? Like, why would I think I look so different? But
I don't know.
But also, no, literally, I'm like, it literally gave me the chills to think about the fact that it's like, how, like, do we look slightly off in cameras because they can't 100% capture what we look like because I don't know how cameras work.
I'm going to say something that might make some people uncomfortable. I don't think we will ever know what we actually look like.
Oh, not at all. Because every time we see ourselves, we're filtering it through our own brain. And so it's like,
I know what you look like.
yeah, and I know what
you
you
know
look
what
like.
I look like.
And we both know constantly that we don't know what we look like to ourselves, because we'll say things to each other and I'm like, what?
Well,
that's literally not what
we
you look
both
like.
also have body dysmorphia.
Well,
which is,
that's a topic
that
for
could be another
time.
podcast too. Maybe if you're lucky. But there is something to be said about the fact that none of us ever know what we actually look like.
You're never gonna know, like, unbiasedly what you look like from somebody else's perspective that isn't your own.
That actually reminds me of I believe her name is Molly Burke. She is was she on I know she's for sure a YouTuber and on TikTok.
Yeah,
but was she on Vine? I don't remember when she got her start.
So. I've only seen her on YouTube.
I remember watching a video where she was like, she's blind. Let me start with that. She's blind.
Yeah, because you guys don't know.
She was talking about in a video of how, like, she basically just, like, has, I think it was, like, her mom. Like, her mom just kind of, like, describes what she looks like. And, like, when she's getting her hair cut.
She also, like, she hasn't been blind from birth, right? Like, I think she went blind as a child. Sure, I'm pretty sure. I used to watch one of her videos.
So then she
maybe like a teenager even.
Oh,
I feel like she went blind a little later.
So that would be interesting then. Like, you have like a starting concept.
Yeah, like, does she still perceive herself as looking like what she looked like when she went blind?
So interesting.
Because how, like, it's not like she has anything else to be like, well, this is what I look like now. Yeah. Like, she wouldn't know. Like, she could be. You can obviously.
But I think she basically just like asked the people around her, like, to describe things, and then if it sounds like something that she'd like, then she like gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like she'll like wear that color of lipstick or get that haircut. And I'm like, that's like an interesting concept to me.
Mm-hmm.
But basically just like, you only know what you look like or what things look like as they're described to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, she doesn't know what she looks like, and honestly neither do we. We're able to see ourselves, but obviously what we see is like kind of distorted.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
On that same note, kind of in terms of like technological devices, I guess, I have, I have CDs, but then CDs I understand a little more because they have ridges in them. But I have specifically like MP3 players.
CDs have ridges in them?
Yeah, like they're records? Or no, they have like lights or not lights. They have like something in them that is being read by a CD player.
Okay. Like, I mean, I guess that would make sense.
I'm just saying.
Well, no. It has to make sense.
I understand CDs a little bit more than I understand MP3 players. Okay. The way we listen to music right now, I understand, because everything's like on the cloud or like whatever. Like,
I don't get it.
Well, it's like
I don't understand how I can hear their voice in my head.
Because the music is streaming from like a cloud of everything.
Do you hear what you're saying? Does that make any sense to you?
No, but listen to what I'm saying, okay? I understand more so how music is streamed now, right? Because all of these things just exist in some sort of database that we're accessing every time we listen to music, right? MP3 players, like in like iPod Nanos and things, where they store the music inside them.
Mm-hmm.
But how did they get from my computer inside them? And then how are they replaying to me?
How, similar to pictures and videos, how do we record voices? Getting a little meta on this podcast as we're recording our voices right now.
And video.
And you're going to listen to it and watch it. And when you're going to listen to it and watch it, this will have been in the past.
Yeah, no, literally.
What do you mean?
Literally, it's crazy. But I don't I don't understand music. Yeah, CDs have some sort of laser thing or something, right? Because like there's like a laser thing reading them. I think
How?
they just put it in there.
Who invented this technology, guys? And again, there's probably going to be comments of it's science, y'all.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I understand records.
Doesn't mean it makes
more.
any more sense.
Yeah, but even then, I understand records more in the sense of I understand how they play, but it's like how they get the music in it.
It's the same with like microwaves. I can understand like the microwaves of radiation or something. That's why my mom was always like, "Don't stand too close. You're gonna get cancer."
Every
and
time
I'm
I
like,
have
I have to watch it cook.
Every time I have food in the microwave, even now as an adult, I go like this against the window. You're gonna get brain cancer. My brain's gonna explode.
I mean, your phones have radiation. Everything, you know.
Yeah.
Electronics.
I think you're like
radiation.
more likely to get brain cancer from taking phone calls than you are from like looking at a microwave.
Well, all right.
Huh.
My risk is pretty high then.
Same.
I like my phone.
I used to fall asleep on my phone all the time, just like under parts of my body, and I'm like, oh my god, so much cancer.
I was afraid that I would electrocute myself if I like was in bed like with my phone plugged in, and I'm still kind of afraid of that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like my level of delusion and spiraling out as I was going to bed last night with my heated blanket on that I got for Christmas. Thank you. I was like, this could cause a house fire.
No. Okay, so I also have a
It's not a timer, but still, I was like, and then I was literally thinking to myself in bed, trying to fall asleep. Well, what should I grab first in the case of a fire? Go to sleep.
Well,
stop.
Okay, but
maybe I should think about it just in case.
I have a heated blanket that I use sometimes. I have that same thought, and it's literally so bad to the point where if I'm using my heated blanket and then I start getting too hot and I'll turn it off, I will literally, it can be 2 a.m. I will get out of bed and unplug it from the wall because I'm scared. I'm scared to leave it plugged in. I'm also scared because we have cats. Yeah. And I'm always terrified that Plum, our baby girl Plum, is gonna like make a biscuit on it and electrocute herself. Like her little claw is gonna go into it and she's gonna go zzz.
Her little claw.
Her claw. Her little baby claw. I'm afraid it's gonna poke into like the electrical wire. That's like the boning of the blanket and she's going to zap herself.
I'm afraid sometimes that it'll be on like level 5 out of 10. And I'm like, it's going to be too hot for their
they're going to get burns. They're going to get 3rd-degree burns.
Like, well, they're covered in fur. But I'm like convinced. I'm like, this, again, it's a heated blanket.
Well.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, no, it's safe. It's safe. They wouldn't sell them if they weren't safe, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else on your list? These cats in this litter box. Oh my God.
No.
Okay, I have one more.
I feel like they all got discussed in some aspect.
All right, I have one more that ties into like basically everything we were talking about with like the CDs and everything. Is phones, but not cell phones, specifically landlines. So like I understand cell phones work because they ping off of like towers. So like cell phones make sense to me because it's like if I'm calling, it's just pinging off a cell tower near me and then it's going ping, 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 ping until it gets to you, right? Landlines, because landlines work if cell towers are down.
But what's pinging? Our voices?
Okay, see, no, but then we start thinking about it too much.
So like if you really think about it,
or
the fact that we can call people overseas.
Our voice is not pinging. It's like our device signal.
But how can they hear our voice on the other end?
Because if the device signal can ping all the way to them, we can hear them and they can hear us. But it's not like our voice is pinging. It's like the device signal.
But how can they hear our voice?
See, we can't think too much about stuff like that because that's stuff we could never explain. But I'm saying landlines.
Okay.
Because everybody always says like landline. Like my parents had a landline until like literally like 5 years ago because they're like landlines are so important in case of emergencies.
Is that what the cell towers are for?
I don't know what.
No, wait, cell tower.
Yeah, because the
cell phone.
Right, because the whole idea is that you can use landlines if cell signal is down. That's why my mom would always say like landlines are really important during emergencies because cell signal probably won't work.
Are there wires in the ground?
I would have to assume, but you can use a landline to call somebody across the country. You're telling me there's a wire going from my house?
I think I have to do like oops. like a slight amount of Googling really
A
quick.
wire going from my house to New York City?
Well,
No chance.
I don't.
People don't really have landlines anymore, but
Okay. Listen. I'm going to read a little excerpt from the Google AI overview,
which is probably wrong.
which
Take this with a grain of salt.
like a really fat like grain of sea salt, okay? Because that might be another
The AI
episode as
overview
well.
on Google is always like
How
75% incorrect.
The rise of AI and the anyway. Okay. Landlines work by converting your voice into electrical signals using a microphone, which travel through copper or fiber optic wires to a telephone exchange, in parentheses, a computer switch, and then to the recipient's phone, where it's converted back into sound.
So from the telephone exchange, how is it getting to their phone? So like if the telephone exchange is that it's going to is like in California, how and why would that still work if cell signal is down? Like are they using some other form of like signal boosting to get that other places? That still doesn't make
Electrical
sense.
signals travel out of your house through a physical wire, copper or fiber optic, connected to a utility box outside.
Okay, I understand. Okay, no,
And then
listen, I understand
the
that.
exchange is like a giant switchboard, which is how phones used to work.
But you're telling me that's how a landline worked 10 years ago when my parents had one in the house?
Yeah,
It went to a giant switchboard?
I guess.
But I'm assuming now it's like it's computer automated switchboard because it's like
I don't think there are people.
I was like
still
what,
doing
like
the
10
switchboard.
years ago people were doing that?
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there is.
Maybe. But maybe one of you guys. But
One of our listeners is like, actually, that's my literal job.
that sounds
Thank
like
you.
a great job.
Put some respect on my career.
All right, sorry, we
I'm
apologize.
so sorry.
Call in, tell us how it works. But I guess but like, okay, that's all fine and dandy, right? But when you no, because when it calls into the switchboard and the switchboard goes, oh, they want to call this number, think, then what?
Then it connects to more.
Does it just like keeps through like wires? Does it keep connecting to new switchboards and keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed?
But this all
But
happens
then it
instantaneously.
that's what I was gonna say.
Well, no, it rings. But it happens in what, 4 rings?
But you can pick up on the first ring.
Well, that's true.
How does it happen so fast? How are we getting a landline call from California to New York City that quickly?
The big city, Ma.
I don't know why I keep using New York City.
New
Maybe because I'm like,
York.
it's so far. To Maine. I'm like, where's the furthest place from us?
You know what it is? It's the Gleek. It's the Gleek in her.
New York
It's
City.
the idea that like New York was like the promised land for Rachel and Kurt. And I think that has just, left a mark on you.
Everything ties back to Glee.
Yeah. It's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
I could never play that. I could probably play 7 Degrees of Glee. I'd probably
Yeah.
win every time.
Absolutely.
But I don't understand that. I don't understand landlines. That doesn't make any sense to me. People don't really have them anymore.
I think what we've learned here today is that
We are not STEM majors. If it
Yeah.
involves science or technology.
I believe in magic. So do you
That's
believe
the M in
in
STEM.
magic?
Science, technology, engineering, magic.
Yeah. Sorry, mathematics people.
Well,
It's
I don't like
magic.
math, so we'll bump them out.
Yeah. Controversial take, but I
like
math.
statistics.
All right.
Hate calculus.
Ooh. I think we need numbers. Numbers are helpful.
Oh yeah, numbers matter.
I don't
For sure.
Numbers matter.
Write that down.
You heard it here.
Hashtag.
You heard it here first, folks. I don't think we need to be doing all that with them.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a lot.
I think that's like necessary for a very, very, very small percentage of the population.
Mm-hmm.
That like we don't need to be teaching all the people in college that. It doesn't really matter. Like the high
I don't,
schoolers. Please.
I think we're good with, reading, writing, arithmetic.
Yeah. You know how to add, you know how to subtract, multiply, divide. But even division, it's like, are you gonna really see that much?
I don't think I can. do long division anymore though.
I forgot how to do long division, and then I saw a video on TikTok of a girl like teaching her students how to do long division, and I was like, oh my god, that's so easy.
But I don't think I need to know that anymore.
No, because I was like, you need to know division,
Not
but
to
you could just
sound
type
like elitist, but I think I'm above that.
Well, you could just type it into your little calculator.
I think I'm like above long division.
Oh, no chance. You're above. Well, I mean,
You know?
I mean, like no chances in like I meant to say like yes, you are.
I think I'm above times tables.
Oh, I think everybody out of elementary school is above long division and times
Why
table,
did we have to do that in like 60 seconds?
I mean, I still have all of them memorized.
I
So it
liked the
obviously went in my brain.
11s.
Of course you did. She said, "This is easy."
And then the 10s because you just add a 0. I
No.
like the easy ones.
I loved the times tables. Like I loved me some 6s, some 4s.
All right.
But that's because we got an ice cream party if we got them all right. Well, actually, it wasn't just an ice cream party. The whole class had an ice cream party. And depending on how far along in your times tables you were at the time of the ice cream party towards the end of the year, you could get more toppings.
Oh, so it was a class system.
Yeah, they basically said if you're only up to
Oh.
8, then you only get 8 toppings. If you're up to 12, you get all the toppings. And I said, watch me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I went to a really I went to a elementary school in a very upper middle class
No, I mean,
neighborhood.
like, I get it. That is so our culture. Like, we can't all be winners.
Yeah, they said,
right?
"Ooh, you
Because then
little
winning
dumbhead
means
kids."
nothing.
They said, "You little stupid little dumb kids.
Yeah.
You get 1 topping. That's
Yeah.
it."
Just be smarter.
No,
You
literally.
want more toppings?
And I said, and,
I don't
and
know.
me
Try being
getting
smarter.
through all my times tables. I was like, "Yeah, literally try harder."
You said cope.
Yeah, I said, "Sorry that I'm better than you. That I'm smarter than you. I don't know what you want me to do, but I get all the toppings on my ice
Yeah.
cream." But that's fine.
School was a time.
Love school.
School was a time. Life is a ride. Life is a highway.
Oh my god, I thought the last one was gonna rhyme too, but then
No.
you said life twice, and I was like, "This is not gonna rhyme."
No, I'm a poet. And
I feel a highway.
yeah. And you just have to speak from your heart when you're an
love that.
artist like I am.
I really love that.
Thank you.
All right, well, I think we gotta head out because Claire has to work
Don't expose me like
because
that.
we recorded in the AM.
This is my full-time job. It's not.
we have one episode. It has 15 views. This
you
is my
imagine?
full-time
I
career.
quit. I quit after we released the first episode. I said, done.
Well, better get to editing.
Well, thank you for joining us and spiraling with us once more.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to seeing you next time. Well, we're not going to see you, but we
You'll
look
see
forward
us.
to you joining us next time. So,
Right.
bye.
Bye. I was gonna say peace and then I said B. Bye.